Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning. Okay, today we are from Group 3. We present about occupational safety and health regarding report interview at Pudu Fire and Rescue Station. Okay, so we will discuss about introduction, summary of the interview, challenges, recommendation, and lastly conclusion. Okay, for introduction part, Nur Hafizah will explain more.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Today I will present about introduction for the report. First, definition of workplace safety. Definition of workplace safety is workplace safety encompasses protocol, rule and law ensuring the mental, physical, and emotional well-being of workers, visitors, and others in the workplace. Example, safety training provides instruction of emergency protocol, safety procedure, and equipment operation. Personal protective equipment (PPE) like helmet, glove, and safety shoe protects against physical hazard. And for the overall impact, workplace safety makes sure prevent accident, illness, and harm by recognizing, evaluating, and reducing risk and hazard, ensuring a safe and healthy work environment. Thank you. I will pass to next presenter.
Okay, so next for a summary of the interview. For the risk management practice, so there are a multifaceted approach to identify and assess risks and hazards, which is there is a geographical location and specific nature of operations considered. Number two is classification of risk and evaluation of potential danger levels. And the third one is tailored mitigation strategies for identified risks, which is there is a provision of preliminary information to visitors about potential hazards. For example, water-related phenomena during flood seasons. Fourth one is communication of risk management strategies through various channels, which is, by example, is training sessions for internal personnel and external consultants. For example, is a risk management training. Okay, the last one is comprehensive implementation approach covering pre-event, event, and post-event phases, which is utilization of available equipment and resources and reliance on pre-incident plans to handle unforeseen situations effectively. So next, Halifat.
Okay, so summary of the interview to the accident prevention program that fire rescue has implemented. Okay, firstly, the organization has implemented comprehensive accident prevention programs. It's including radio interviews, social media campaigns, and awareness posters. Okay, training programs enable employees and students to recognize and address the hazards specific to the environment in which they work or they are studying. Okay, so a safety initiative designed for water recreation sites, which is LISA, Life Incident Saver Approach, has been implemented by the fire department. Okay, the fire department provides fire prevention equipment to each premises and workplace to them to avoid the hazard in the workplace. Okay, next.
Lastly, for the summary of interview, accident investigation procedure. Based on this topic cover the preventive taken by the fire department and accident investigation based on the interview that will be conducted. Fire department role. The fire department handle investigation into fire, while other incidents are managed by the police. Collaboration with business and regulatory organizations like CIRIM and the Energy Commission help in expecting good and material to prevent fire incident. For example, a fire outbreak in a factory due to an electrical fault lead to investigation and maintenance issue with the machine. The fire department make equipment routine maintenance check and cooperation with regulatory bodies to ensure equipment compliance.
Alright. Okay, so next we will discuss about challenges faced by the firefighters. Okay, firstly, the challenges that faced by firefighters is physical demands and also health risks. Okay, there is a high level of physical demand placed on firefighters in their job. Okay, which is firefighters will wear heavy protective gear that can weigh more than 45 pounds, which is can cause a backbone pain. Okay, so working in extreme heat, navigating smoke-filled environments, breaking down doors, and carrying victims to safety can be extremely stressful. Okay, the most important thing that you should remember is that musculoskeletal injuries are possible when you handle heavy equipment, okay, break through obstacles, and even pull hoses. Okay, so for the second one is water-related incidents. Okay, so even though firefighters are primarily trained to deal with fires, they are also available to respond to emergencies relating to water. Okay, it is equally challenging to perform a drowning rescue, respond to a flood, or respond to the other types of water hazards. So, this is because swift water currents and underwater obstacles can be life-threatening, and also close water rescues carry with them the risk of hypothermia for both the victim and the rescue. Okay, as an example, we have in Malaysia is a case that 6 members of the water rescue team in the at the fire department is all dead because on the rescue operation on a drowning teenage boy located at Taman Putra Perdana. Okay, so next, number 3 is exposure to hazardous material. Okay, an explosion of the fire release toxic chemicals into the air. Okay, in the course of a fire, chemicals released from the furnishing, electronics, and construction materials are released into the atmosphere as well. Okay, so firefighters are exposed to toxic substance even though they are wearing protective gear on their bodies. Okay, so it could be in the long-term exposures could lead to respiratory disease such as blocked lungs and lungs infections, and also can cause skin cancer and chronic health conditions, and lastly lead to the premature death. Okay, for the fourth part is emotional and physiological strain. Okay, which is firstly there is the possibility of traumatic incidents occurring as a result of it. So in this case, many of the firefighters witnesses heart-wrenching scenes, such as they save children trapped in the fires or victims of the car accidents that happen on the road. Okay? So when people are repeatedly exposed to traumatic events, they may develop a condition called post-traumatic stress disorder. So they can be stressed for a long term. So an individual who suffers for long-term anxiety and depression may eventually be affected by this impact. So that I will pass to Batri.
Thank you, Halif. So next is recommendation. Okay, so there is a four main point, which is physical demands and health risks. Second one is water-related incidents. The third one is exposure to hazardous materials, and the fourth one is emotional and psychological strain. Okay. For the first main point is basically, firefighters face high physical demands due to the weight of protective gear and strenuous tasks. So, they need a regular physical fitness training programs that can tailor to firefighters because they are crucial to reduce the risk of injuries. Other than that, ergonomic designs for equipment and comprehensive health screenings can mitigate health risks, including musculoskeletal injuries and cardiovascular issues. Okay, for the second point, which is water-related incidents, water-related emergencies like drownings and floods require specialized training and resource. So, swift water currents and underwater obstacle pose life-threatening risks, necessitating enhanced training on water rescue technique. Also, by providing specialized equipment and emphasizing situational awareness, can help ensure the safety of both victims and rescuers during the water rescue operations. Also, by providing furthermore, emphasizing situational awareness and proper risk assessment before engaging in water operations can help mitigate potential hazards. Okay, for the third point is exposure to hazardous materials. So basically, firefighters face risk from exposure to toxic chemicals during firefighting operations. So rigorous decontamination procedures and comprehensive training on hazardous materials handling are essential to mitigate health risks. Also, investment in advanced respiratory protection equipment and a proper fit testing and maintenance are crucial for protecting fighters from the harmful effect of hazardous material. The last one is for emotional and psychological strain. So, firefighters, they usually experience significant emotional and psychological strain from exposure to traumatic incidents and chronic stress. So, by establishment of peer support programs and counseling service, it is essential in order to providing them mental health support. Also, training on stress management technique and coping strategies empowers firefighters to navigate the emotional challenge effectively. Also, reducing the stigma associated with seeking help for mental health issues. So that's all for recommendation. Lastly, we will go to the conclusion. I will pass to Hafiza.
Thank you, Bat. Okay, for the conclusion, in conclusion, an organization should conduct an investigation of the cause of the fire, especially focus on accident to prevent them from recurring, and an organization should improve safety practice. In addition, cooperation with external agency and responsible parties should carry out continuous monitoring of products and materials that have been released into the market today in order to have ensure that product standard and quality in terms of safety and adhered to. Last but not least, improved safety practice based on this investigation is essential for maintaining a safe working environment. That's all for our group. Thank you.
Thank you for listening.